Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to make something today using, and let me grab it. Ooh. We're using one of these, just those little gift bags. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree. You get like 3 or 4 in a pack for $1. But that's what we're going to use today. Now, I'm going to work with product from the E-Club kit. You didn't get this in your E-Club kit, but most all of us have some of these laying around somewhere. And if you don't and you have a Dollar Tree, just run and grab you a little pack of them. But most all of us have these laying around. It doesn't have to be brown. It can be any color. We're going to cover it with paper anyway. So go ahead and take the handles off. And that's all you need to do to prepare it. Is just take the handles off. Now I did tear mine a little bit when I took the handles off, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to cover it with paper. I wanted all of the handle off, so I just went on down in there and took it all off. And then I went around mine with ink. So if you've got different colored ones, don't worry about it. Use it. It will be fine. And like I said, we're going to use some product from the E-Club kit, the March one. But if you don't have this, you can use any kind of paper that you have. This is the paper pack that we got with the E-Club kit for March. I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. I want the big one in it, and Melina won't let me get it. No, I'm kidding. I just think it's so pretty. All right, so we're going to use this, I think, on the front. Now, I did go ahead and tear and prepare some of my papers just because you know how to tear paper. And I didn't want this video to be quite so long, so I went ahead and just tore my paper. And this bag is, it is 8 inches tall. So it's just about the size of your paper because that's a 6x8. But I tore a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. That's why I went ahead and inked. But you can use any size bag you've got. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, I'm going to use my art glitter glue this time. Not that I don't like the Barely Arts, but I'm just going to switch them up because I've just about used another bottle of Barely Arts. That's how much I'm crafting. So I'm going to switch it up so I don't have to refill it. They both work the same as far as I can tell. We did get in another shipment of Barely Arts today, so we got in the mini and the original. So if you are looking for that or running out, you can go over and check that out. Oh, and before I go any further, let me go ahead and thank a few people. Hold on just a second. I try to thank a few people each time I do a video. That way I can get you thanked. I'm sending you thank you notes anyway, but I can get you thanked, and it doesn't take a long time. So I want to thank Angela, Jean, Jan, Heavens to Betsy, Nikki, Terry W., Michelle, and Sheila. Thank you guys so much for helping support our YouTube channel by clicking on that Buy Me a Coffee link below. And it's not a literal coffee. What you're doing is you're just donating a few dollars to help our YouTube channel. It's hopefully if we get a few more dollars, we're going to be purchasing a new video camera that will do close-ups and zoom and all that kind of stuff. Right now I've got a little cheapo $49 one that I've been filming on, and I'd like to have something a little bit better for you guys, but that's what we'll be purchasing when we get just a few more dollars. All right, let's get back into the video. Okay, so we glued that down, and then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to go ahead and glue my piece here, and I think this one's the one that I wanted there. And I've torn mine, as you can see. I've torn it kind of crooked, rugged. That's how I like it. That's how I want it. If you don't want that, you can just trim it with a trimmer and trim it off just as even as you like. I did get inspiration from this. I did get inspiration for this from Angela. I think she did one of these last year sometime. She may have done hers a little bit different than what I'm doing mine, but that's okay. It was my inspiration to make one anyway. I had a few of these bags laying around, and I thought, why not? That is so pretty. Now, I think she made hers as a journal page to put in one of her journals, but I'm not going to use this as a journal page because it's going to be kind of thick. and I don't want to put this kind of thickness in my journal. So we're going to do something a little bit different with ours. All right, covering that piece. Man, if I had somebody to just cut and ink papers, I could just keep turning out things, couldn't I? All right, now I want to cover, right here is my fold. See, I just folded it in the middle. I'm going to mark my fold, as a matter of fact. Just put a little line down through there so I can see. That is my fold right there. So I'm just going to put this little piece, I'm going to tuck it right up under there, like that, and glue that down. Because we're going to leave this open. That's going to be a pocket. These are all papers out of that paper pad that I just showed you. But like I said, use what you want. Don't worry about having this particular paper. This is for the people who got an E-Club kit that needs some ideas. This is some good ideas on how to use what you have. Okay, there is that. Now, this is going to be a pocket, so we're going to leave that open in the middle, but we're either going to put glue here and here. I'm going to stitch mine, but if you're not going to stitch, you can just put a little glue right down through here and right down through here and press it down. But I'm going to put mine in the sewing machine and stitch it. Now we're going to cover the back, and I'm just going to use this dot paper on the back. I love that side, but I needed something that was a little bit plainer to go on the back. Or I wanted something that was. I didn't need it. I wanted it. And we've got another sheet of this paper anyway, so because that pad comes with 2 sheets each. Alright. So there is that. Got that covered. Isn't that pretty? Already. Now I am going to take mine to the sewing machine, and all I'm going to do is stitch down through here. Let me think. I may want to put another pocket right here in this end. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to cut that open. I'm making this up as I'm going along, so let's just trim that open, and I'm just going to cut a tiny little sliver off of this. Okay. Okay, we got that open right there. So there's another pocket. Now, what you need to do, if you're not going to use both sides of this little thing right here, go ahead and glue that down so that when you slide your tags in and out of there, it won't catch on that. I'm going to leave it for now, but you go ahead and glue it down so that it won't catch. So now all I'm going to do is stitch down through here and stitch down through here. That's going to close up my pocket and give me a little bit of stitching. I may stitch down through here too, right there, just so I'll have a little stitching down through here. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I might do that. I don't know. Let me go stitch and I'll find out. Okay, all the stitching I did was down through here and then down through here. That's it. I'm going to do something else here, so I'm not going to worry about stitching there. Now, the reason that you need to stitch or glue is because you want to close up. See, you've got these gussets on the side, and you want to close those up. So you can just glue them together, or like I said, you can stitch. If you don't have a sewing machine, then you can just put glue down in there and glue them together. I've done that before too, and it works the same identical way. All right, so we have this. I'm going to go ahead and do some pressing on it because I need it to lay down flat. Well, maybe I would if I could find my bone folder. There we go. Now, it is a paper bag, so it's going to have a little bit of resistance on here, and that's okay. We're not worried about that at all. All right. I had a string I saw when I was trying to fold it, and now it's gone. There we go. Right there. Just clip that string off. Okay. Now, let's see what we want to do. We want to leave that as a pocket. So we've got that a nice pocket right there. So we need to probably make some tags for it. So let's see how this opens up now. Oh yeah, and see, I will glue these down too so that they won't catch. Or if you wanted to put double tags in here, you could leave them that way and put one on this side and one on this side. It doesn't matter either way that you want to do it. And then this one, you've got that. All right. So let's see what else we want to do on here. All right, we've got all of our paper on and still got our pockets. I did my stitching, and now we're going to finish this up. Now, in your kit, in your E-Club kit, you got a stencil. Now, I didn't get the same stencil you did because we gave all of the ones that we could get our hands on to you guys. So we wanted to fill your orders, and I've got plenty of stencils. So they all work the same way. So I'm going to show you what you can do with your stencil. This is just some dyed paper that I dyed. And I'm just going to put my stencil down there. Now you can do this many different ways. If you want to use texture paste, you can put that on there. If you want to use ink, you can put that there. What all else? Just about anything. If you want to use modeling paste, you can put that there. There's plenty of videos out there on that. But I'm just going to show you how to do it with ink. Now, if you don't have a dauber, you can use a piece of sponge, or if you have a little brush, you can get these at the Dollar Tree, I think. Some places can. You can use a little brush, or you can use one of those little tiny finger daubers. If you don't have any of that, just get a paper towel, wad it up, and put your finger in it and get some ink on it and smush it on there. Couldn't get that word out. I'm going to use this little brush because it just works better for me, but you can use either. Just take your stencil, hold it down, and then just rub over those holes in your stencil. And you can use different colors. I'm just going to use the color that I've got out here, but you can use all different colors of ink to make it really, really pretty. But this is just giving you an idea of what you can do. Then when you lift it up, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love to do my pages like this, because once that dries, then you can put anything you want over it. So let's see. Let's do this side. And I want to get that little bird coming in like that. Mine is a little, it's got a little bird on a branch. And this one has been around. This one I've had for a long, long time. And then we've got another little bird right here. And you know, I could change up my inks and do that in blue if I wanted. But I'm just going to leave it. There you go. And see, you can make it as dark or as light as you want. That's fine with me. I just like a little hint of it. I don't have to have it completely saturated. I'm going to put a little bit up here. The more you press down on your brush, or if you're using one of these, I use kind of the corner. I let it slip. I use the corner and I just dab it like that. The more you press down, the darker it's going to be. See? So it's all up to you and how you use these. All you have to do to get that off is just run it under a little bit of water, or you can use a baby wipe and wipe it off that way. So I'm going to lay that over there. I'm going to let this be my first page. Now we're going to put a little signature in this. And I've already cut my dyed papers to the size. I just went ahead and did that last night. I did the first part of this video last night, and now I'm doing the other part. And I went ahead and cut my dyed papers just, let's see, ooh, I like that side too. But I think I'm going to use this one. So we're going to put a signature right here. And all we're going to do is stitch it in. And I'm just going to use straight dyed paper. I'm not going to try to put anything else in here, but you could use little book pages, digitals, anything that you want. You don't have to use just dyed paper. I just happen to have a few extra that we dyed the other day for the AJ kit, and I'm going to use them in here. Now I'm going to mark my center. Let's see. Okay, looks like it is right there. I'm going to put a little dot there. I'm going to come up 3, put a little dot there, and come down 3. Now, if you wanted to put this signature in here where it could be removed, like if you're sending it to someone to do journaling on or something like that, and you thought they might want to remove it, you could use elastic and put it in. But I'm just going to stitch mine in. And you can look back on some of my videos, and I show how I use elastic to stitch or to put a signature in, so you can look back on those. Usually if you just, I know I've had lots of people who say, I can't find this on your videos, or I can't find that. If you just go to our channel and go to our playlist, there's lots of things, lots of different ideas on the playlist, and I try to have them all in the same playlist so they're easier to find. Let's see. Okay, mark that right there. 3. You're marking it the same spot on both so that you can make sure you get them even. Now I'm going to use my little book awl and just a piece of foam. And this is just, let me grab it. This is just a piece of foam out of packaging. Well, that punched really easy. After all, this is just a paper bag. That one's not punching so easy. There we go. And then another one here. There we go. Okay, we've got those. Then you're going to do the same on this, and you're going to want to hold them up and punch your hole. And then there. And all this foam does is just kind of protects my desk. This is not like sharp like a needle, but it's sharp enough to poke into that, into my mat. So there we go. Now, and you could use a piece of fun foam, you know, that fun foam that kids play with. You could use that too. Anything to put under there. All right, I'm going to grab one of my big odd needles. These are blunt end. That's what you want. You don't want the sharp end. And I'm going to use some of this thread, if I can find the end of it. This is just, I think, crochet thread, something like that. Knitting thread, I don't know what it is. I got it a while ago, and I've had it in my stash. And since we've been packing up, I've been finding things that I had forgot I had. Okay. And thread your needle. You're going to go down through this one, and I know you guys have seen me put these in many times. Make sure that you've got it the right way up. Go through that center hole. Then we're going to come up through this one like that, and then you're going to go down through that one all the way down to the bottom. Now you're going to come, I'm going to pull my thread back a little bit. You're going to come back up through that center hole, but you're going to make sure when you come back up that you go on the opposite side of that string that's right there. So my needle is over here, and then the tail is over here. Now I'm not going to waste all of that thread, so I'm going to pull that back through some. And it will just keep me from wasting some of my thread. I'll go ahead and take those off. There we go. And keep that on that side and that on that side. And then I just pull them both ways. Make sure that they're nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot. And I tie a double knot. You can do square knots, double knots, whatever you think might hold. And if you're a little bit worried about it coming loose, you can put a little dot of glue on there. I'm not too worried about it. The excess that I have, I just tie a little knot in so that, and leave it there until I make sure that I want to cut it or not. because sometimes I might have to go back in and do something, so it's easier for me to leave that in there than have to go back and put another string in. So that's our front. Isn't that pretty? Now we're going to decorate a little bit on the front of this. Now I'm going to clip this together just so it'll stay flat while I do some embellishing on the front. And let's see, what did I decide I wanted to put on the front? I'm not sure. I think I was going to put this and that. I tried to go ahead and pre-cut some of these things. I know normally I don't, but this is a little bit more elaborate type of video, so I wanted to make sure that I could get it all done in a you know, seemingly regular amount of time. So I tried to go ahead and pre-do these, a lot of them, just pre-cut them. And this is all from that same paper collection that we got with our E-Club kit for March. And I'm just using scraps. I've got what extra paper I have in here. I've just pulled it off of the backing because I actually used the front and the back cover to put on some of my die cuts. I mean, it's not die cuts. To put on some of my tags and things. All right, now we're going to glue this down, and I'm just going to glue right around the edges because we're going to make this a little pocket. And you know what? I need to glue something else down before I do that. I've got these little pieces that I cut from the Tim Holtz die that I have, and this one's called Wildflowers. I love this die. Love, love, love it. I will link it below. I think they have it on Amazon, and I think right now it's on sale, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I had one more somewhere. Did I not? Maybe not. Maybe I just had 3 or 4. No, I do have one more. I wanted to have an odd number, so where shall we put this one? Let's see. I'm going to try to bunch them up on either side like this, maybe. Maybe something like, nope, let's put this one over here. That's the same kind of flower as that one, so, oh, we can't. Oh, okay. Put that one there, that one there, that one there, and then this one here. And then what I want to do with this, and I know I've got glue on it already, but I'm going to put that there, and it's going to look like the flowers are coming out of the little pocket. So you're going to need to glue your flowers down really well because you're going to be sliding a tag in and out of that pocket. So you don't want your flowers to get all messed up. I'm going to start them, I think, about right there. Just make sure you press every little petal down. And then I even put glue up the little stem. Okay, put this one right there. Press it down. Where's my towel? Okay, and then we'll put this one on the side of that. Put that one there. And then we're going to put this one to the side right there. There we go. Now, you didn't get these in your kit. I'm just using what I have. You could always just use what flowers, or you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. You could cut out some flowers. It doesn't matter. I just used those basically because they were laying here on my desk and they were already cut out. So then we're going to put our pocket down right there. All right. See, it looks like my flowers are, and I know it's really, really busy, but that's okay. I don't mind that. You can still, I can still see them, and I don't know if you can, but in real life you can still see all that. Okay, I want something down here, and I had this butterfly that I cut out, and I think, I can't remember what collection this came out of, but this was in one of my digitals, I think. One of them that I purchased. So I'm going to put this here since we've got yellow in there. And then I had, and this is in your digital that came with your March kit, this little flower. Oops, I almost glued the wrong side. So I just fussy cut that out, and then I'm going to glue it down on the front here. Right there, just like that. Look at that. I think that is so cute. Now, let's see. Do we want anything else on the front? I think I want a little piece of lace, but I'm not sure. Let me look at this. I think I do want a little piece, but not one that big. Or I might. Got that little piece of burlap that I cut off. See what that would look like if I glued it down there. I don't mind that. Let's just glue that down. It's just that little strip of burlap that I cut off of that other little mini card or mini notebook that I did. It's just a little tiny piece. And I'm just going to glue it down there. Ooh, I've got a lot of glue right there. And it is actually the selvage edge, so that part up here will not continue to fray. And this part at the bottom is already frayed, and that's fine with me. You see? Isn't that pretty? So we use that. Now let's see, what are we going to use? All right, I'm going to wait about anything else on the front. We're going to go to the inside. Let me make sure that this is gluing down well. I think I might want a little pocket right here. I want to hold a piece up here and look at it and see. I was thinking about this one since we got that black. Like that. So let me yeah, I think that works right there. All right. Now, I just cut a few little tags. I'm going to see. These might be a little bit too long. I don't know. I don't mind not seeing all of that. That doesn't bother me. Let's see. And I'll probably need to put something else on the... I don't think I want to use that one. Okay, I think we'll go with those tags like that. And I want something down here too. Let's see what. What shall we put there? Just a... see if we might have just a little piece of paper that we could run down through there in our scraps. No. It's black on black. We don't want to do that. Maybe a little bit of pink. All right, I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use, excuse me for bellying over, I'm going to use these little scissors. These are just some of those little nickel edge scissors. And I'm just going to cut, whoops, I think I'm going to cut down through here. Like that. Just make that a little bit of a, looks like a little bit of a stamp cut. Like that. And put a little bit of ink on it. Then we'll glue that down. Alright, then let's see what else I might want to do. Alright, I want to put some toppers on those tags, but I'm going to wait for just a second. Back here on this, the little vellum pouch that you got in your kit, I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to cut this, hopefully straight across. You could use that for another pocket. All you'd have to do is glue the bottom. We're going to make a little see-through pocket right here. So I'm going to glue the back part. Like that. Okay. Then I did a little tag, and I think I'm going to punch a little topper to go on there. Let's just grab a piece of this paper that we have left. We'll just do one that's, let's do this side. And this is a whale tail punch. I do not have this in stock. The whale tail punch was Stamp It Up, and it was discontinued a long time ago, so I don't know where you might find one. Even if you could, I have no clue. Alright. Just going to use that little butterfly there. Started to use the other side, but when I saw it punch that butterfly like that, decided that was it. And we're going to tuck that. And my pocket's not completely dry, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful. Tuck that right down in there. And see, you can still see all of that through it. I like that. Now, I thought about putting this on here, or I could grab something out of here and put on there. This is the washi stickers that we have been using. And I get those off of Amazon, and I'll link that below. Just trying to find one that kind of sort of goes, but it's not too big. I don't want to cover up all of my... Oh, I kind of like that one. I don't want to cover up all of that. So let's use this one. There we go. That. And let's see, we need a tag. And I have cut some tags for these big places here. the big openings. I don't know if this one's going to work on that. I think I might have cut this one a little bit too big. Let's see. This is why you need to glue that down in there, that extra paper. So yeah, we're going to put that there. And then I'm going to put a little tab on it. So we'll go ahead and punch one. And then we'll punch another for the other end. Okay. Let's just pull it back out enough to put that tab on there. And if you don't want your tab sticking out, you can make your tag a little shorter. I kind of like that look. So I'm going to leave mine sticking out a little bit. I think that's about center, hopefully. There we go. Yes, that's about right there. And then we're going to flip it back and do the one on in the front. This is going to be the one that we're going to put in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this tab on there. Like that, and then let's tuck this one down in there. Again, glue those little pieces down, then you won't have any trouble getting your tags in there. All right, got that. Cute, I love that. Now you could put little cards in the front here if you want to. These are the cards that came with the kit, and I think they're adorable. So I may just tuck one. I may not tuck, but just one in the front. I kind of like that color. So let's give it a little bit of color around the edges, just to cover up that white. And I don't think I'm even going to trim it off or around the corners. I kind of like that look. So let's just do that. Like that. Oh, I like that. Pretty, pretty. Now, I want to put a little word or something on here. You know I do. Just a word or a phrase or a number or something. And I think we might use one of Tracy Fox. This just says hibiscus. I don't know what it says. What do you think about that? Let me look at it. Is that too off? No, I actually think that looks good. All right, we're going to put that on there. Let's see. Do I want to trim that more? I think I'm going to trim it. You can, her tags you can cut a couple of different ways. I think I'm going to trim it where the corners are cut off. Like that. There we go. I think that's going to look better. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back. And we'll glue that down right there. Oops. Sorry, I think I bumped the mic. I didn't mean to do that. Bumped it with my head because I was trying to get over there where I could see. Okay, that's straight enough. Probably not as straight as it can be, but it's a little bit hard to see it from back here. All right, now since this pops up just a little bit like that, you can close it a lot of different ways, but I'll show you how I'm going to close mine. I'm going to use some of that sari silk that came in your kit, and I'm just going to wrap it around Yeah, wrap it around and close it like this. Let's see, let's put it on over here to the side. There we go. Trim that off. I've still got another piece of that I can use for something else. Okay. So there is the little folio. I'm not going to do anything to the back. I think it's good like it is. These cards I'll use for something else. I may make another project and I'll use it for that. But that's it on this one. That's how quick and easy these little journals are to make, and you can just keep on and on decorating them even more if you want to. You know, I'm going to put a little piece of trim right there, a little piece of this bling. I just saw that and I thought it needs something, so we're going to put a little piece of bling there. If I can get it cut off. Come on now. Well, I'll be dog. That's the hardest I've ever had to cut that off. So, let's see. There we go. So there is the little journal. Sweet. I love it. All right, guys, I'll probably be making more of these. I have 2 more of these bags just laying around here, so I definitely will be making more of these, I am sure. All right, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.